Hey, Tubies. This is Bob Hickman. I am so excited to be here with you. Well, I tell you, I got up this morning, I thought, I got to get my witch on. So I put on my purple shawl and my witch hat, and I'm feeling it. So I got my pentacles on the wall behind me. I love it. Anyways, I'm so glad you're here. And I want to say thank you to all of you who came out to my last video, which was Messages from the Spirit World. If you haven't seen that, that's the video right before this. Check it out. You don't want to miss it. Anyways, as you may recall in that video yesterday, I told you guys that I was going to be here today. We were going to do a special video on the mystical and magical sapphire. And, I did a video earlier in the week on Magickal Gems. If you haven't seen that, that's also in the list here a few videos back. But, some gems, I tell you, are so amazing. They have to have their own separate video. And the gem we're going to talk about today is the sapphire. And I want to come here and show you some of my sapphires. Here's one of my big ones. Actually, I've got two pendants on this chain. This is actually a pentacle back here. You can see this one. And then the other one, the blue one, that is my sapphire. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. This is one of my favorite gems. It's funny. I have to tell you, with sapphires, I wasn't really into them for a long time. And then one day I just woke up and I said, I have to have a sapphire. It was the strangest thing. It's like I got a craving and obsession. So I bought this sapphire, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And I don't have a lot of sapphires because, as I said, I didn't really collect them over the years. But my other sapphire pendant is this little pentagram. And it's made with little sapphires cut in like a diamond shape, each part of the star. So this is a beautiful, beautiful blue stones. Now, as you can see with sapphires, their quality is a beautiful, rich, deep blue. Some sapphires are light. There's a brand of sapphire called, I believe it's called the Ceylon sapphire. And it's a very pale sky blue. But traditionally, when we speak of sapphire, it's usually the darker shades of blue. And as you can see here, we have some darker blue, and they're just very beautiful and mystical stones. And I love them. I'm very obsessed with sapphires. And I thought we would have just a little bit of readings here about the sapphire for you. I love to read. I don't know if you guys know about the Witches Almanac. This is one of my favorite publications. I've been collecting it for probably close to 20 years. I just love it. And they always have little tidbits of information that are just absolutely fascinating. So I thought I would give you a little bit of readings here about some of the qualities of sapphires. Now this is from the, looks like it's Spring 2004 to Spring 2005 edition. This is an older book. But they have a section in here on celestial gems. And it gives all these different gems. I won't go through all of them. But interestingly, when we get down to sapphire, it says sapphire is the stone associated with the planet of Jupiter. Now, isn't that interesting? Because, Jupiter, from an astrology viewpoint, is about wealth, success, power. And I find it interesting that that's associated with sapphire because traditionally, this stone has been associated with royalty. In fact, the Vatican, the cardinals wear sapphires as their gem. Their color is red, and everybody says, oh, they're cardinals, they probably wear a ruby ring. But actually, no, they wear sapphire. It's considered the stone of royalty and of princes. So, anyways, it's associated with the planet of Jupiter. So if you want to, for example, do some magic where you're focusing on wealth, you might want to wear a sapphire or incorporate a sapphire into your spell here. This is another book. It's a publication by the Witches Almanac called Magickal Charms. And they have a little section in here on the sapphire, and I thought I'd read that to you. And it says, sapphire. This gem, sacred to the Greek god Zeus, protects against envy and any other source that creates evil intent, and offers prophetic wisdom to the wearer. The deep blue color of this stone was likened to the pure sky, and it became regarded as a symbol of purity, making it popular in ecclesiastical rings. That's what I was talking about, the cardinals in the Vatican wear sapphire rings. Sapphires promote love and fidelity, banish fraud, and heighten psychic ability. Oh, I like that. No wonder I'm drawn to that. They were considered an antidote against poison and were also used to cure eye ailments, purify the blood, and strengthen the heart. Star sapphires are thought to be extremely potent, so much so that they exert a benign influence on their first wearer, even when ownership has passed on to another. Now that's talking about the star sapphire, which is another form of sapphire, which I think we'll have to do a separate video on, because even though technically the star sapphire is a sapphire, it really has a very different appearance. So, but today we're going to focus on the deep blue. Isn't that beautiful? And get another look at my pentagram sapphire. I'm just crazy about these, and I really thought you guys would enjoy getting a closer look at them. Aren't they wonderful? So now there's another little story here I want to read to you about sapphires. And this is another article from the Witches Almanac. And this is from, which edition is this? 1992 to 1993. So this is going back a few years. I thought you guys would like this because many people write to me and they say, Psychic Bob, I feel like I need some magic in my life. What should I do? And you know, one of the quickest and fastest ways to bring magic into your life is to adopt a sacred jewel for yourself. So, you know, for me, I've adopted this sapphire here, and this is my magic jewel. But I want to read this article to you. I think you'll like it. Okay. Hold on, I got to put on my glasses. This one's printed in tiny print. All right, and it says, Quest for a Witch Jewel. One of the world's greatest pleasures is seeking and finding. Whether it be a pirate's chest of gold, the tomb of Tutankhamun, or the wreck of a Spanish galleon, the thrill of the quest gives life some of its finest moments. To followers of the ancient ways, jewels are more than mere ornaments. Witches use the magical properties of certain stones in their work. We believe that one particular gem exerts its power for each individual. Finding your own can be an adventure. And what choice there is: moonstone, lapis lazuli, jade, jet, bloodstone, jasper, sard, opal, amethyst, rose quartz, and numerous others. I had collected a variety of precious and semi-precious stones over the years, yet I had a feeling I'd failed to find the one that was meant for me. One night during a waxing moon, I began my quest by performing a simple request ceremony. Time passed. Eventually I forgot about it, at least on the conscious level. Some months later, while browsing through an antique fair in New Hampshire, I paused to admire a display of old jewelry. Nothing really appealed to me, and I would have turned away if my eye hadn't been caught by a curious ring, a little apart from the rest of the other pieces. The plain silver setting held a large blue-gray stone about the size of a jelly bean. Tarnished, dusty, but somehow impressive, I thought, as I moved on. But the memory of that ring haunted me. I know enough to trust such mind messages. I went back and purchased the ring without bargaining, for that is an old rule and a good one. I somehow knew the stone was mine from the moment I held it in my hand. A jeweler friend agreed to design a new setting. Later, after examining it, he phoned me in excitement. Do you know what you have here, Theo? It's a 50-carat sapphire. It deserves a gold setting. My petition was answered. The handsome ring I've named, Mist of Avalon, is my prime power jewel. Remember that it is important to make the search for your jewel a magical quest. Prepare yourself ritually. Light a candle for fire, burn some incense for air, touch stone for earth, and anoint your forehead with sacred water. Sit quietly after invoking whatever deity you're tuned to, and meditate on your wish becoming reality. Extinguish the candle, saying, "So mote it be." Do this right during a waxing moon. I wish you witches speed. Theodore Mills. I love that article. Theodore Mills wrote that, and it's from, if you like that one again, it's a 1992-1993 Witches Almanac. So, guys, I think his advice is wonderful. I didn't do that, but I wish I had. And I think as I continue to work with my jewels, I'm going to do a ritual like that. I'm going to settle down, light the candles, light the incense, anoint myself with water, and open the channel, you see. And when he opened his channel, he drew to himself a magical and powerful gem that was not only beautiful and powerful on the spiritual level, he got a material blessing as well. And I think that's absolutely wonderful. So anyways, with the sapphire, I encourage you guys to explore this gem. It is a gemstone that, for me, takes me into deep places. And I oftentimes think that I've had past life connections to this gemstone, because I remember the first time I really started looking at sapphires, there was something haunting. It was almost as if I knew them or I wore them. Not haunting in a scary way, but simply in kind of an inner knowing. And when I bought my sapphires, well, I bought this one first, and then a few years later I bought this one. I just knew I'd fallen into something good. And so I encourage all of you to, explore the sapphire. Maybe that light, that blue speaks to you, that deep blue light. You can certainly go into it and meditate on it. So anyways, these are my sapphires. It's a wonderful gem. Sapphire is a wonderful gem, as it said, for healing work. And I've known people that have had eye issues like cataracts, and they wear an amethyst to help facilitate, or not an amethyst, excuse me, a sapphire to help facilitate healing. I find it a great stone also when you're doing deep meditative work. For me, it really tunes in with my third eye. And I feel like, the sapphire helps me to have greater visions. And it's interesting, the Witches Almanac said that this stone helps people to literally develop psychic gifts. So if you've been wanting to work on your psychic gifts, maybe you want to get a little sapphire. Now, sapphires can be very, very expensive, but you can find little ones that are maybe not first high grade quality. This one was not very expensive, but look around and price them. Like Theodore Mills in our article, he found his at a antique fair, like a gathering of people at stalls with antiques. And so, you might want to go to yard sales, thrift stores, and take a look around. I think the thing with the sapphire is, if it's meant to be yours, it'll come to you. So like Theodore, open yourself up, ask for spirit to bring your gem to you. Your gem may not be the sapphire, if you do your quest, but I would encourage you at least to spend some time exploring this gem, get to know it, see if it talks to you, I have a great love also for emeralds too. So sometimes I'm into emeralds and sometimes the sapphires, and I don't know, but the sapphire has such a deep hold on me, more than really any other stone, and I just am crazy about it. So anyways, I just thought I'd bring that information to you, and you might want to do some research. So anyways, tell me in the box below, do you have a magic gem that you found? What do you think about sapphire? Have you ever worn a sapphire? Do you like it? Have you ever considered it? Maybe it's something you never thought about, but you're willing to look into. Tell me about your experiences with gems, with sapphires, with magic. I'd love to hear about it. Anyways, I am so glad you're here. Listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're going to have another video. Haven't decided yet what we're going to do. This week's been a little crazy, but that's okay. it'll be something fun and fascinating, I assure you. And I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for all your wonderful comments. Sounds like you guys like me doing these videos every day, and I'm enjoying doing them. So I think we're just going to keep doing a video every day. So thanks for being here at Spirit Channel. Like this video, favorite, share it with your friends. Get the word out about our wonderful group here. If you haven't joined the Order of the Purple Cord, send me an email or go over to Lady Angela's YouTube, send her an email. We'll get you in the order, okay? I've been a little backlog with mail and having computer problems, so I'm a little backlog. But Lady Angela's also helping me with that, so check her out. I'll put her links below as well. Thanks for being here, guys. So we'll see you back here tomorrow, and we'll have more mystical and magical videos. Blessings to you.